All right, Shalom, giving all the praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakah HaKodash. Double honor to the elders of Great Millstone who told me this truth. A sincere Shalom, Labakaryim Shah Yasha'Allah. That's peace to the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel. And what you're looking at here, this is a map of Great Babylon, aka America. This is from the west to the east, north, south. So you're looking at a map. And what you're looking at over here, these are called flight coordinates of what's going on above your head while you out enjoying your beautiful day, getting ready for the summertime. Summertime, right? Not knowing, are you drinking your latte, not knowing what's flying over your head. And at this place right here, Great Babylon, from the north to the south, from the east to the west, is about to become the lake of fire. This is the lake of fire. This is it. This is what John saw. A bird's eye view. The Lord gave him an image. But there's some things that was out today. There's a rumor in the air that Iran did a nuclear test a few hours ago based on the tremors that came from that area. These guys are specialists. This is what they do. We just reporting it from the scriptures, but this is what they do. So Iran is downplaying it. They saying that this was an earthquake. Now I checked my earthquake map. Let me see here. This is my earthquake map here, right? And this is 12:59 p.m. was the last earthquake that was reported. Indonesia, as you can see, was a 5.0. Look at all the earthquakes. By the way, it's not the Lord speaking. Look at all the earthquakes that's in the earth. And that's just one page. I mean, we can go on, but these are the more higher Richter scales. But you don't see anything. You see the Philippines. You don't see anything. India. You don't see anything with Iran. There was nothing here. Now we're going back to June 7th. But they said it was this was yesterday. They said this was a few hours ago today. So this is a few hours ago. This is the activity that was reported. So they're going to try to downplay it and say, oh, there was earthquakes in the area. Let me see this here. This is AI overall. Says no, there was no evidence to suggest that Iran conducted a nuclear test today. While there were reports of an earthquake in Iran, we just looked at the earthquake map. It's not there. International monitors determined it was a natural seismic event, not a nuclear explosion. They're not going to tell you what's going on, but we know that the nations, boy, they preparing, man. This is Joel 3. I'm going to read the NLT, verse 9. Say to the nations far and wide, this is everywhere, get ready for war. These nations are getting ready for war. They're getting ready. Look, Iran been enriching that uranium. You can best believe that. They got the scientists. They got everything they need from Russia, because that's Ezekiel 38. They're going to be rolling with the bear. They're going to be rolling with Russia, man. It says, get ready for war. Call out your best warriors, which are those bombs. Let all your fighting men advance for the attack. So they got the men ready, the drones, everything is about to be laid out. Hammer your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Train even your weakest to be warriors. And that's what's happening right now. Come quickly, all you nations. And this is a call to the other nations that's prepared to fight. Everywhere. Gather together in the valley And now, O Yahweh, call out your warriors, which are the angels. And the valley is called the Valley of Jehoshaphat, which means the Lord judges. Yahweh Shabbat. But let's get into this video here while you're enjoying your day. Yo, Jake don't know what's about to happen, man.
What's going on, guys? It's Greg here, aka NY Prepper. It is Monday, June 9th, 2025, and I have an emergency alert to share with you guys. Right now it is 15:49 Eastern Time here in the United States, and we have some major breaking news coming in from Russia and from Iran. Before I get into all that, I want to just show you what we have going on over the U.S. right now. We currently have two nuke sniffer planes airborne over the central and northern plains. We have one that was flying very low over Nebraska and South Dakota, and then there was another one that was flying over North Dakota. I'm gonna tell you
something about this Midwest area all out here. You got a lot of other silos. I mean, the majority of them in these areas, man. No, we don't know if the Lord gonna allow them to get it off once this thing go down. They seal a deal, but there's a lot going on over here, you know. And they got the Cheyenne Mountains out here too, you know, next to Kansas City. So, you know, you need to pay attention to what's happening out here, you know, as well as you looking at the rest of the. This is the lake that John saw, the lake that burneth with fire, which was the United States. That's what John saw. Not that lake that Genesis pulled up, that river. You know, this is going to be the lake of fire real soon, because you see all the action is happening here.
And eastern Montana, and they both came out of Offutt Air Base in Omaha, Nebraska, which is home of U.S. Strategic Command. We also have a B-52 nuclear bomber that was airborne over Kansas, came out of Barkston.
Imagine effortlessly mining Bitcoin with CT Pool. No more complicated setups or drained phone batteries.
So U.S. nuclear forces are on high alert again today. And we have some major breaking news coming in from Reuters. U.S. officials expect a strong Russian strike on Ukraine within days. Reuters, citing U.S. officials, said the U.S. believes the Russian response to the Ukrainian drone attack is not over yet and anticipates a multilateral strike. The Russian response will be disproportionate to the Ukrainian operation that used drones, okay? So multilateral and disproportionate within the next couple of days, okay? This is very, very concerning. Make sure you guys are getting prepared, because I do believe we could see mushroom clouds over Ukraine in the coming days, if not at some point in the near future. And the Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky warned that Ukrainians need to pay particular attention to air raid sirens this week. And Trump had a meeting with his top generals and commanders at Camp David last night. White House officials said that he changed his plans to go home and instead went to Camp David to meet with high-ranking military officials. Guys, that is very, very ominous. We know that Trump doesn't like to go to Camp David. He never goes there, especially on a Sunday night. So something happened last night that prompted Trump to go to Camp David. Now, what's interesting is we had an Israeli Air Force plane fly over the U.S., and it was communicating on our primary nuclear war frequency and doing radio checks with U.S. Strategic Command on the primary nuclear war frequency. It went from L.A. to Delaware, and it actually overflew the Camp David area. It looked like it was going to land in Martinsburg, West Virginia, which is close to Camp David, and then it went to Delaware. So for some reason, Trump went to Camp David last night to meet with high-ranking military commanders, and we had that Israeli Air Force plane fly over the U.S. communicating with our nuclear forces, doing radio checks. And we're hearing that Putin will hold a meeting of the Russian National Security, that they conducted implosion tests. Okay, so if you don't know how a nuclear bomb, IAEA report, the report said that they conducted implosion tests. Okay, so
that's Iran.
If you don't know how a nuclear bomb works or nuclear warhead works, you need to have a priming charge, a primer that sets off the main charge. Okay, so you have the implosion device that fuses the atoms together inside, and that causes the fusion explosion, the fusion reaction. So typically a nuclear bomb has a small fission bomb inside of it, and the fission bomb fuses together the hydrogen atoms, which then sets off the chain reaction that sets off the main charge. So it's actually like two bombs in one. So Iran already conducted tests of the fusion part of the bomb, the first stage of the explosion, the priming stage, okay? And that could be why we saw all of those mysterious 4.5 magnitude earthquakes earlier this year close to some of Iran's missile testing ranges and near their nuclear sites. And we were showing that to you guys live because the seismograms from those earthquakes look just like the ones from the North Korean nuclear tests.
So as you can see, everybody's preparing. So we going in, man. The war of Armageddon is at hand. The final decision where Esau gets dealt his judgment. Hey, the Lord is about to bring the noise. It's the time to be prepared. Stay on your watch. Just because you don't see it happening don't mean it ain't happening, man. This is Jeremiah 3 verse 7. It said, Jeremiah 51 verse 7. Where I get 3 from. Babylon have been a golden cup in Yahweh's hand. Matter of fact, that's stuff from 6. Flee out of the midst of Babylon. You know, that's spiritually. Disconnect, you know. And deliver every man his soul. Be not cut off in her iniquity. For this is the time of Yahweh's vengeance. He will render unto her a recompense. In Babylon, America, as you're looking at here, you know, a.k.a. Babylon the Great, man. This is the lake of fire. They about to be paid back. You know, we got over 350 people in this country, 350 million people, you know, so it could be what, a couple million that's going to have to deal with these nuclear bombs. This thing is about to get serious, man. The Lord about to render his recompense. Babylon have been a golden cup in Yahweh's hand, not no more, that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine, therefore they are mad. Her wine, that's those abominations, man, you read about in Revelation 17. But now the nations are angry at her. What do you think all this preparation for, man? You know, they getting ready. The Lord said a sword is sharpened. These bombs are the sword. They're preparing. This place will be nuked soon. Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. Howl for her. Take balm for her pain. If so, she may be healed. NLT. But suddenly Babylon too has fallen. Weep for her. Give her medicine. Perhaps she can be healed. We would have helped her if we could, but nothing can save her now. So we out here, man. Ain't no going back. And when these bombs fly off, ain't no pulling these bombs back. So this is the time to kiss the sun. Get right. Because there's going to be a lot of Israelites that know they Israelites. Fringes on, just celebrated the Passover. You're going to get caught up in this thermonuclear destruction. This is the second death that was prophesied about. This is that lake that burneth with fire. You're sitting in it. You're sitting in it. And we need to get out of here, man. This thing is happening. Let her go. Abandon her. return now to your own land, for her punishment reaches to the heavens. It is so great, it cannot be measured. The sins of this place, man. Can't even measure the sins. It's so many. So as you can see, the Lord is about to come down with hammer on America. All this is leading to the final war in the scriptures, which is the day of doom, which is also the day of immortality, giving all the praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah HaKodash. Double honor to the elders, a great millstone who taught me this truth. Shalom.